Hey everyone, Coach Dave here, and I'm going to take you through our latest version of Delta, version 2.1, which finally allows for you to be able to compare two sessions together. This works for both ACC and iRacing, so let's jump into the new interface. So here we are in the latest interface of Delta. The homepage has not changed much, but just to give you a summary of our previous updates, we've added stats in the app. So stats is related to driving time, how much time you spent in the car, how many sessions you've done, how many laps you've done per game. I use this quite a lot because if we reveal the new history page, you'll see that I've been doing quite a lot of driving. Later today, actually, I'm heading to Barcelona to do a test in the new 296. Well, it's not that new anymore, but new for me at least. So in this new history page, it's had a slight redesign. You have dates and the time that the session was done to be able to more easily determine which sessions you want to compare against. We've got the game. We have a new filter at the top, and more games will be added soon-ish. And that filter will allow you to just basically simplify the search results. So if I click on ACC, in a second, only the ACC sessions will load. And if I click on iRacing, in a second, only the iRacing sessions will load. We also have lap counting to make it more easy to determine which sessions that you want to analyze together. And also your average and best laps, valid laps, and so on. Now, the key with this update, something we've been working on for a while, it's taken a minute to get done, is the ability to compare two sessions together. So in this case, I'm going to load up this 11 lap session and I'm going to compare it to this 8 lap session, which is most likely a race versus a practice. So if we click here, we click load, you'll see that the session reruns itself, which you can now expand and just check what happened during my laps during this session. Obviously, leaderboards and setups will not load in this interface. Basically, what we're doing is we're piggybacking and we're taking your live practice and race interface and just loading up a historical session from it. But now, if I want to compare to a previous session, I just press the compare tab and a search modal will pop up with all previous sessions that I've done at this track for this car. So showing iRacing sessions at Virginia Raceway, VIR. In the 296, it's also showing the Mazda ones. I can compare between two cars. So if I wanted to compare between the Ferrari and the Mercedes, I could do so. But in this scenario here, we are going to just compare with this latest session at the top. You'll see here also, it will know which session you've opened already, so you can't open that one again. And if you want, you can open up multiple sessions. So let's go ahead and do that. So we'll open up this one. Looks like a single stint session. And we'll open up this one here. So now we have 3 sessions to compare against. And if we want, we can do a 4th one, just for fun. Close that up. And you'll see all these different sessions that I can now compare my laps against a previous run or a previous race. So this will just allow me to understand track temperatures, like how did that affect the car, the handling, the lap times, etc. And also just make me better determine which car or which setup I should be using for a particular race. This is really useful if you're doing some post-race analysis or you're doing post-practice analysis for a race itself. It will just give you a better insight into when you did a better run, etc. So being able to compare historical runs against each other has been something that we've been wanting to add for a while. You can imagine the next step from here, we've said this before, is some form of data analysis, which we will be working on in the second quarter of this year. But for now, finally, as we end the first quarter, so far we've launched the ability to track time in the car. We have a fuel estimator now, and we have compare, and we also have that new homepage design. In the second quarter, we're hoping to add data and a bunch of new games. Right, so that concludes Delta 2.1 Compare. I hope you find it useful. Good luck with all your racing this weekend. Next week is Nordschleife. And until the next one, catch you around the next lap. Peace.